CANEY CREEK, The Legend of Alice Lloyd, is the Dances with Wolves of Appalachia, a motion picture set in the most cinematic, poetic, beautiful, and mysterious regions of America. It's the powerful, true story of Alice Lloyd. She was a 40-year-old journalist in Boston who suffered a sudden stroke. Given 6 months to live, the doctors recommended she move to a warmer climate. She's offered a free cabin in the Appalachian hollers, but with a warning: the locals did not take kindly to outsiders. Abandoned by her husband, Alice arrived in November of 1915 with her aging mother to a windowless cabin in a holler in Knott County, Kentucky. In February, a struggling mountain man named Michael Johnathon had a dream that this woman who just moved into the county would teach his children to read. In the middle of the night, he crossed 2 mountains in a snowstorm and collapsed through her door, begging her to move to his home in CANEY CREEK. And if she did, he promised he would give her his land as payment. The motion picture of CANEY CREEK is more than just the story of Alice Lloyd and her friend June Buchanan. It's really about Abisha's son, Angus, who sees the poverty of the coal camps, the raping of the mountains, and the cruelty of the outsiders. He resents his father gave away his inheritance, his land, to this outside woman. CANEY CREEK is the story of how Alice survived with both the help and opposition of the mountain people. They were shot at, ridiculed, burned down. They were also supported and praised. It's the story of a father's fight against the prejudice and harm the outsiders have done to the mountains, and the story of his own son, who's willing to sacrifice everything, even going against his father, to make a better life for himself. And it's the story of Alice, a handicapped woman who ended up outliving the doctors who gave her 6 months to live. She wrote over 60,000 letters to people around the nation for help. One of those letters landed on the desk of Lamont DuPont, the chairman of the DuPont Chemical Corporation, who sent her a small check every Christmas time for years. Upon his passing after World War II, his accountant noticed a yearly stipend to an unknown woman in the Appalachian Mountains. Thinking it was a secret heir, his widow instructed the accountant to travel with a suitcase of cash and pay her off. A writer heard about the story and wrote an article in Reader's Digest magazine called "Stay On Stranger." When the magazine was published, a producer on the West Coast, a man with a TV show on NBC called This Is Your Life, arranged to trick Alice Lloyd, who had not left Caney Holler in over 26 years, to come to California and appear on his show. What happened when the broadcast aired is a miracle. CANEY CREEK is a motion picture of 2 strong women, of a father and a son. It's a motion picture in praise of the passion, love, and absolute intelligence of the mountain people. It's the Dances with Wolves of Appalachia. It's Grapes of Wrath and Coal Miner's Daughter, all wrapped into one incredible, true story. CANEY CREEK, The Legend of Alice Lloyd, is the story of America at its best, set in the most visual, musical, and misunderstood region in the nation, a place of front porches, incredible hardship, and the amazing perseverance of generations who called those mountains home.